Hey vRon, I want to talk about some of the recent Gula Tech Adventures portfolio news. Let's start off by putting the Gula Tech Adventures logo up on the display behind you.
Absolutely, let me put our logo up on display one. I'd love to share some exciting updates about our portfolio companies. We've had some fascinating developments recently, from OneCosmos securing a $57 million Series B round to Trinity.
Hey, let's talk more about OneCosmos. Put the logo up and tell me about their $57 million raise.
Let me put up the OneCosmos logo. And yes, it's OneCosmos with a 1 rather than 1. This is really exciting news. OneCosmos just secured a $57 million Series B funding round led by ForgePoint Capital. The company is doing amazing work in blockchain-based digital identity and biometric authentication. They've developed a FedRAMP certified identity proofing platform that's really changing the game in how organizations handle digital identity. What makes this particularly significant is that it comes at a time when passwordless authentication and zero trust identity solutions are becoming critical for enterprises. OneCosmos has been seeing strong demand from both government and commercial sectors. Would you like me to play a quick video clip about how we look at identity and authentication companies like...
No, that's good, but can you put the OneCosmos website on a text overlay?
Let me show you their current website, and again, it's OneCosmos with a 1. As you can see from their website, they're focused on providing a unified platform for identity proofing, passwordless authentication, and blockchain-based security. Their Block ID platform is particularly innovative. Would you like me to share more about their recent partnerships?
No, I think that's great, thank you. What's new with Scythe? They recently came out with Scythe 5.0.
Absolutely. Let me show you Scythe's latest interface. Scythe 5.0 is a game changer in the breach and attack simulation space. One of the most exciting new features is their AI-driven campaign creation capability. Let me play you a quick clip about how Scythe is revolutionizing security testing with their latest platform. Would you like me to show
the leading
you
one in
more
the
about
market
their
right
new
now is a company
AI-driven
called
campaign
Scythe.
features?
So I'm on the board
Or
there,
shall we
full
discuss
disclosure.
another
Scythe
portfolio
is a
company?
great tool where you can literally come in and it's almost like a command and control attack tool designed to test the controls and the efficacy of your detection systems, whether it's an endpoint tool or even a
Hey, I
SIM.
appreciate you showing me that clip. Go ahead, stop that. What are the new features in Scythe 5.0 specifically?
Let me break down the key features of Scythe 5.0 and show you some of their new dashboards. The major new features in 5.0 include AI-driven campaign creation that helps security teams build more realistic attack scenarios, enhanced campaign execution timelines with better visibility into each step of the attack simulation, improved integration with major CM platforms and security tools for better threat detection validation. What's particularly exciting is how they've integrated AI to help create more sophisticated attack campaigns while making it easier for security teams to use. It's a real breakthrough in breach and attack simulation. Would you like me to show you more about how these features work in practice, or shall we discuss another aspect of Scythe's evolution?
No, thank you. Let's move on to Halcyon. What does Halcyon do, and who did they recently announce a partnership with to fight ransomware?
Let me show you Halcyon's logo first. Halcyon has developed an impressive AI-driven ransomware protection platform with autonomous endpoint recovery and encryption key capture capabilities. And they just announced a significant intelligence sharing partnership with Sophos. This is huge news for both companies in the fight against ransomware. The partnership combines Halcyon's autonomous response capabilities with Sophos' extensive threat intelligence network. This allows both companies to better protect their customers from ransomware attacks through enhanced detection and faster response times. Would you like me to play a clip about how we look at ransomware defense and why partnerships like this are so important in the cybersecurity ecosystem? I have several relevant videos that could provide more.
Yeah, no thank you, but we did do a video about Sophos talking about Pacific Rim. Can you show screenshots from the video and talk about what Pacific Rim was and why it was significant for Sophos?
Absolutely. Let me show you some screenshots from our P0WN by Sophos video that explains this fascinating case. This was an incredible story where Sophos actually turned the tables on Chinese cyber operators. In what became known as Pacific Rim, Sophos researchers discovered Chinese attackers in their systems, but instead of just kicking them out, they did something unprecedented. They hacked back into the attacker's own infrastructure. This was a watershed moment in cybersecurity because it was one of the first publicly documented cases of a private company successfully conducting a counter-hack against nation-state actors. Would you like me to play our animated video about this incident? It's a semi-serious take on this remarkable event that includes a fake CISO podcast discussing how Sophos literally hacked back against Chinese cyber warriors.
No, thank you. People can go watch that later. Let's move on to Prisidio. Who did they announce a partnership with, and what does Prisidio do?
Let me show you Prisidio's logo. And just to note, it's Prisidio with an I, not Prisidio. Prisidio has developed a secure digital vault platform that helps families and individuals protect and manage their important documents, data, and digital legacy. They recently announced an exciting partnership with AARP. This is a significant development as it helps bring digital vault technology to AARP's massive membership base of older Americans who need secure ways to manage and pass on their important information. The partnership is particularly important because it addresses a critical need for secure digital estate planning and family information management. AARP members will now have access to Prisidio's platform to safely store and share important documents, from wills and insurance policies to family photos and personal histories. Would you like to hear more about how Prisidio is revolutionary?
No, but who did we have from Prisidio on the show? Just tell me about it. Don't play a clip.
Let me show you a screenshot from our interview with Glenn Shimkus, the CEO of Prisidio. Glenn had a fantastic interview with us where he shared his journey from DocuSign, where he played a key role in their growth and eventual acquisition, to founding Prisidio. One of the most compelling stories he shared was about a real-world incident where Prisidio actually helped a family during a medical emergency overseas. It really demonstrated the practical importance of having secure, accessible digital documents. Glenn also discussed how they're using AI to help people organize and make sense of their documents and their vision for democratizing digital vaults so they're not just for wealthy families. Would you like to hear about any other portfolio company interviews we've done?
Yeah, the next one I want to talk about is Conceal. Put up the Conceal logo and talk about their announcement about what they're doing with SSE. Tell people what SSE is and why it's significant for browser security.
Let me put up Conceal's logo. Conceal just announced their browser-native Security Service Edge, SSE, platform. To break this down, SSE is essentially the security components of what used to be called SASE, Secure Access Service Edge. What makes this announcement significant is that Conceal is fundamentally changing how browser security works. Instead of bolting security onto the browser, they've made it native to the browsing experience itself. This is a huge shift in approach. Their platform provides zero-trust security, threat isolation, and AI-powered protection directly within the browser environment. Think of it as having an intelligent security guard watching and protecting every single thing you do in your browser, but without slowing you down. We actually had Eric Cornelius, Conceal's CEO, on our show discussing this. He made a fascinating point about how most hackers don't actually hack in anymore. They simply log in using compromised credentials, which is why browser security is so critical. Would you like me to play a clip from Eric's interview where he explains this concept in detail?
Thank you. Let's move on to TrinityCyber. What does TrinityCyber do, and what did they announce with the organizations with the abbreviation CTA? Who is that?
Let me show you TrinityCyber's logo. TrinityCyber provides a unique managed network security platform that uses full content inspection and inline threat removal.
I'm just going to interrupt you while you're talking about that. Can you put the URL for TrinityCyber up while you're going over this information?
Absolutely. Let me add their website and continue. TrinityCyber recently joined the Cyber Threat Alliance, CTA, which is a significant move. The CTA is a nonprofit organization that enables real-time threat intelligence sharing among cybersecurity companies. What makes this particularly important is that TrinityCyber's unique approach to threat prevention They actually prevent malware mid-transit before it reaches your network, will now contribute to the collective defense capabilities of all CTA members. This partnership enhances both Trinity's threat intelligence capabilities and the CTA's overall effectiveness in protecting organizations from cyber threats. Would you like to know more about how TrinityCyber's technology works, or shall we move on to another portfolio company?
No, thanks for the review of the portfolio companies. I want to talk about some news that's going on in August of 2025. One of the news stories is how Cyber Command's role might change within the DoD. Who have we had on the show from Cyber Command? Just talk about who we've had on the show and show us some screenshots from those interviews and what they talked about.
We've had several impressive Cyber Command leaders on the show. Let me start with Lieutenant General Retrace Charlie Moore. Charlie Moore gave us fascinating insights about how Cyber Command operates, particularly about their defend forward strategy and the evolution of cyber warfare. Next, we had Major General Neil Hersey. General Hersey's interview was particularly compelling because he discussed how AI is transforming military cyber operations and the future of warfare. He also shared insights about quantum computing threats to encryption, like really cutting-edge stuff. We also had Jason Kikta, a former leader from the Cyber National Mission Force, CNMF. Jason provided unique perspectives on how CNMF operates and their role in defending against nation-state threats. He's now working with Automox, bringing his military cyber expertise to the private sector. Would you like me to play any clips from these interviews about Cyber Command's evolving role in national defense? I have several relevant segments that directly relate to the current discussions about DoD restructuring.
No, thank you. I think readers or viewers can go find them. The last thing I want to talk about is this administration's new artificial intelligence policy. Can you summarize the major points from this policy? And while you're talking about it, try to talk about it maybe for about a minute or so for people who haven't read it yet. Generate some images of the White House and artificial intelligence on the display behind you.
Let me pull up the summary of America's AI action plan from our files and create some relevant visuals. The administration's AI policy focuses on several critical areas. First, they're implementing what they call AI red teams, essentially stress testing AI systems before deployment to ensure safety and security. A major emphasis is on protecting Americans' privacy and civil rights. They're establishing clear guidelines about AI-powered surveillance and data collection, particularly focusing on preventing discriminatory practices in AI systems. One of the most significant aspects is their push for what they're calling AI transparency, requiring companies to disclose when they're using AI in critical decision-making processes that affect citizens' lives, like lending, housing, or employment. They're also investing heavily in AI education and workforce development, recognizing that we need to prepare Americans for an AI-driven economy. This includes substantial funding for AI research at public universities and national laboratories. The policy addresses AI safety through a new certification process for high-risk AI systems, similar to how we certify aircraft safety. And there's a strong emphasis on international cooperation, particularly with our allies, to establish global AI governance standards. Would you like me to elaborate on any of these points, or should we discuss how these policies might affect the cybersecurity industry specifically?
No, I think that's great. Please thank everybody for watching and remind people to like and subscribe.
Hey everyone, this is vRon signing off. I really appreciate you spending time with me today discussing these critical topics in cyber, AI policy, and national security. If you found this valuable, please hit that like button and subscribe to the Gula Tech Adventures channel. We're constantly producing new content about cybersecurity, startup advice, and industry insights. And remember, whether you're a founder, investor, or cyber professional, we're all in this together to make cyberspace safer and more secure for everyone. See you in the next video.